Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Lawyer Talk, Take 5 with a Trusted Advisor, where each week I want to introduce you to the best attorneys who can help you, your friends, your family, and loved ones with your legal needs. I am so honored to have my friend Russ Hixson here with me today. Russ, thank you so much for being here.
Oh,
Please.
thanks for having me, Haley.
Oh, thank you. And please introduce yourself, your firm, and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Russ Hixson. I'm at Hixson and Brown Law Firm. We're in West Des Moines, right across from Jordan Creek. We do personal injury and medical malpractice. So people think of personal injury as car accidents, slip and falls, truck accidents, motorcycle accidents, things like that. We do a lot of those. I also do a lot of medical malpractice. So when people are injured as a result of medical negligence, whether it's birth injuries, surgical injuries, things like that, that probably shouldn't have happened except for negligence of a physician and somebody's been permanently hurt, then we handle those cases too.
That's amazing. And you're helping so many people through such a challenging time in their lives. And we just had a great conversation before jumping on this call about some recent legislation that was happening in the industry. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that? I'm sure a lot of people aren't aware of kind of the current happenings.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Haley. So we do a lot of trial work and work in the office, but as attorneys, we do more than just represent individuals. So I'm also involved with the Iowa Association for Justice, where we watch legislation that might affect the rights of individuals and affect them negatively. Because you got to understand, most people don't know what's going on at the Capitol, unfortunately. And right now there's a bill that the insurance industry is pushing to try to cap medical malpractice case verdicts. And in Iowa right now, we have a right to a jury trial. That means any Iowan that's injured, if they can't resolve it with the insurance company, they have a right to go to court and say, I want a jury of 8 people to decide what happened and decide what's fair compensation for me. That is the heart of our legal system. And so now the insurance industry doesn't like Iowa juries with that power. And so now they've proposed in medical malpractice cases to cap the damages that somebody can get at $1 million. And that might seem like a lot to most people, but we represent people that are catastrophically injured, that their whole lives have been just thrown up in the air. And so, for example, I represent kids that have a birth injury that should have been prevented and wasn't. And now they have cerebral palsy their entire life. Some that needed 100% care all the time. And those parents that sacrificed everything to care for them. Well, in their cases now, if the legislature is successful, they're capped at $1 million. And so what people don't understand is a case like that might cost $300,000-$400,000 in out-of-pocket expenses to take to trial. And why does it cost that much? Because the doctors charge us money to testify in the cases. And so that money comes off top of whatever they get, and you can't recover it. Even if you win, you don't get that back. So that money comes off the $1 million, and then after their attorney fee is paid, then whatever's left, they get a split. So you may have $400,000, $500,000 left that split among 3 people. I had a family that they had 9 kids, believe it or not, all under 18, and they lost their father. And so in that situation, the mom who would have a claim and all of the kids who have a claim for losing a parent, all of them would have to split that amount. And there's no sense of fairness to it at all. And the fact is, most people don't know that's going on. And so attorneys that are in our area, we do know, and we fight behind the scenes for people that we know in the future are going to need this right.
That is so amazing. And my heart definitely goes out to, some of the people that you're able to help in a meaningful way. Thank you so much for sharing that, because like you said, most of us aren't aware of what's happening behind the scenes, especially until, it happens or somebody close to us has an experience, and then we realize the changes in what's happening on the back end. So thank you so much, Russ. And
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love that, you're not just in the courtroom or helping clients, but you're also involved in those organizations in the industry and making a difference there, which leads me to my next question. With your involvement in organizations and the community, what advice do you have for young professionals or new lawyers that are starting out?
Yeah. So I'll kind of go from my story because when I started off, and everybody's different, we all go through different tracks and kind of where we get to where we end up, right? And so I went to law school, and like many, I want a good, successful job, right? And so I started off at a big law firm, and they had me doing a lot of different things, a lot of hours of work, and it just got to the point that it wasn't fulfilling. I don't care how much money you make. It's not in the end going to matter if you go home day after day after day and you don't enjoy what you're doing. My advice to young attorneys right now is find something you're passionate about. Find something like my passion is helping people that can't help themselves, that can't fight for themselves. And if we're put in their path for that reason to help them, when I go home at night and we've been successful in helping a family that's just been devastated by an injury, that to me means more than anything. No amount of paycheck is gonna replace the feeling that you have when you can help somebody in a situation like that. And to me, that would be my best advice, because this is a career. This is 35, 40 years, right? Long time to do something. And so you gotta find something that you're passionate about and you love doing, or else you're not, the legal field is so stressful, you're not gonna enjoy doing it unless you can find that one thing.
I love that so much, Russ. It's so important to be passionate about your work. And like you said, doing something meaningful, giving back, helping others is a great way to do that and feel fulfilled. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing such great information with us. We've loved learning more about you. I am thrilled and so appreciative that you were able to be my guest today. So thank you, Russ, and everyone else. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me, Haley.